Let's get away, mystery lady. I know the world is going crazy, but I can see you having my baby. Let's get away. Let's get away, mystery lady. I know the world is going crazy, but I can see you having my baby. Let's get away. Let's get away, mystery lady. I know the world is going crazy, but I can see you having my baby. Let's get away. Let's get away, mystery lady. I know the world is going crazy, but I can see you having my baby. Let's get away. Mystery lady, I know the world is going crazy, but see you having my baby. Let's get away. Let's get away, mystery lady. I know the world is going crazy, but I can see you having my baby. Let's get away. Let's get away, mystery lady. I know the world is going crazy, but I can see you having my baby. Let's get away. Let's get away, mystery lady. I know the world is going crazy, but I can see you having my baby. Let's get away. Let's get away, mystery lady. I know the world is going crazy, but I can see you having my baby. Let's get away. Let's get away, mystery lady. I know the world is going crazy, but I can see you having my baby. Let's get away. Mystery lady, I know the world is going crazy, but I can see you having my baby. Let's get away. Let's get away, mystery lady. I know the world is going crazy, I can see you having my baby. Let's get away. Let's get away, mystery lady. I know the world is going crazy.
Jamil, I remember in 2006 when you decided to go to Atlanta. I wasn't really excited about you going, but I saw that you were determined to go. Because when you were on your way, the car broke down, and you got out of your car and got into your cousin's car and had your car towed back home and kept going to Atlanta. And then from there, I just saw how you began to bloom. And you had your ups, you had your downs. And even though I was here and you were there, I was still just a phone call away. And we talked every day. It's just been exciting to see how you've grown, how you've changed your way of thinking, how you've enlightened me in your journey, how you've shared so much knowledge, and you've taught me so much. You've taught me how to think for myself. You've taught me how to investigate for myself and seek out the truth. And that's something that I never did before. And I'm really grateful for that. It has taken a lot of courage for you to do the things you've done. You have made me proud. I'm excited for you. I love you. I admire you. You encourage me to pursue the best me that I can possibly be. In all that I do, I share with you. And I'm grateful for that, and I love you.
Mystery lady, I know the world is going crazy. I can see you having my baby. Let's get away. Let's get away, mystery lady. I know the world is going crazy.
Good morning, everybody. Thank everybody for joining, and we're going to let y'all roll on in. Come on in, Q Quarrels. Everybody come on in and enjoy yourself. What's going on, Q Quarrels?
Nothing. I am happy to be back this morning.
Oh, yeah, because you're super bright. It's super bright in there. It looks like that Indianapolis might be getting a little sunshine this weekend. No shade, of course,
Oh, boom, boom.
When y'all see some sunshine, I feel the sunshine because I know y'all are deprived from some sunshine. But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here.
I'm just gonna say it's a pretty weekend. It's a good weekend. This weekend, it's a lot going on.
So
don't you follow that up with nothing petty.
So
don't
what's
you
going?
do it. I see it in your eyes.
You see sleep in my eyes.
That's what that is? Okay.
But what's going on? You said there's a lot of things going on. It's I always enjoy hearing the new things that are happening in Indianapolis. It warms my soul to hear that things are going on. Yeah.
That's nice.
And then
so
hold on a second. We have to acknowledge my brother. He just stepped in the building. Comey Grandwise and my guy. Come on in here.
What's up, Comey?
I don't know if I ever told you this story. But when me and Comey, we used to always
wait a minute. Disclaimer, Comey, whatever he's getting ready to say, he's getting ready to throw you up under the bus.
Man,
now I'm gonna let you finish.
I ain't about to throw him under the bus, shout it. So we was always together. We was like this. And we took, you remember the what's the photos that everybody went and got?
Master Lab.
Yeah, we went and got some Master Lab. We went and got some Master Lab pictures taken, and then we would be out. And I remember one time, I don't know if he showed some girls those pictures or if I did, and they was like, "Oh, y'all look just alike." And I was like, "Yeah, that's my twin." And they looked at him, and they looked at me, and it's like, "I see it. Y'all look just alike." Hey, yo, Comey, so I was going through some old photos, and I saw those photos, and I'm like, we super bright, but like he's always been taller than me. Our face structure is different. I mean, that's my dog.
Totally different.
We don't look. I'm telling you, black people, y'all racist. Okay. All light-skinned people don't look alike.
It is like, that's what I was getting ready to say. It had to be the light skin, because other than that, y'all don't look nothing alike.
But we roll with it. That's my dog. What's out? We gonna be kicking it like OGs here in a couple weeks. We taking a trip. I ain't yeah, it's been some years since I got to kick it with bro, but we gonna kick it like we supposed to. You know what I mean? Okay.
No, man.
No, I'm talking about.
Saying.
No, I'm saying. But back to what you was talking about the things that y'all have going on in Indianapolis. Inquiring minds would like to know.
So this weekend there is I know Flanner House is hosting like, it's a gardening type thing. So it's like you're volunteering your time, but it's helping out with the Flanner Farms. And then
The Flanner House has a garden?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
That's
nice
dope.
too.
That's dope.
And then the Silver Center is celebrating their 9th anniversary, and with that comes a free concert by Carl Thomas. Ooh.
Doom, 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 doom. And
You
I
know
wish
it
I never
is.
met her at all, even though.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, all right.
Okay.
And cut.
You can't be saying certain things. It's going live.
It's going live.
I got
And
in the video
then,
and everything. I saw an S curl on my
did,
head. Okay, I stopped.
And then there is this is the third Saturday. Is it the third Saturday?
Yeah.
Well, whatever. So the outdoor roller skating thing that was put on by Denicia Malone is going on again this Saturday with DJ Metronome spinning.
Is that
and
French? Je m'appelle
DJ Metronome?
No, before that you said Je m'appelle
Denicia Malone. Denicia Malone. Okay, so so they block off this smoothly paved concrete, and if you want to go skating, you got your own skates, you go out there and you roll while he spins, and it's really nice. So that's going on today as well. And then my auntie is having her housewarming. She bought her first home.
All right. So everybody's invited to Kiana's auntie's housewarming. Get your coleslaw and your potato salad ready, and we going to the west side. Amen.
Yeah, y'all head to the west side if y'all want to, because she's out east, but it's okay.
Okay, to the east side we go.
Listen, don't do that, because my auntie ain't that type of auntie.
Get all your casseroles together. We going to the housewarming.
But yeah, so it's a lot of stuff going on today, and I feel like I'm missing something. I think it's something that has to do with the arts. It's happening today as well. But
I know one thing we missing. We missing a good morning, Bobby Harley. Good morning, my mama just entered the building. Thank you very much.
Wrote a song about it, like the hit,
like the hit it go. Them took all my pennies. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
That's a
good morning,
thing.
Mama Harley.
That's a beautiful thing. My mama is in the house. She got her new phone, and you can't tell her nothing. My mama walk around speakerphone. What'd you say? Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Listen, it ain't nothing till she starts FaceTiming or Google Duoing you.
Hey.
Then you know it's a wrap.
And my mama FaceTimes me all the time when I'm not supposed to be on FaceTime. Like, she don't FaceTime me that much, but when she does, I'm like, not right now.
It's not the time. It's like my daddy figured out how to use that. It was the same thing. Dad, not now.
But you know what? Sometimes I'll just answer like, yeah, what's going on? How you doing? What are you doing? I'm handling some business. What's going on?
At work. What you doing?
Sound like you in the bathroom. Well, you called me, didn't you? What's going on? How can I?
Right, right. No, you gonna get this work this morning.
You gonna get it?
Take that.
Take that. Oh man. Nonetheless, thank everybody for showing up to the Jamel Harley Morning Show with co-host Kiana Corals. We are in the building today, and I have some things that I want to talk about. Yeah. And Kiana, do you have a fun fact today, Kiana?
I do.
Okay, so I'm gonna get my stuff out the way first, and it's this critical race theory bill that's been thrown around. It's laughable to me, but evidently people are upset. And it sounds disrespectful what I just said, but here's why it's laughable. We expect institutions that have historically and in real time taught racism. And when I say that, it's when you teach people that have been systemically oppressed and inhumanely treated and physically inhumane treated to praise men and women that have had hands in that oppression. That's racism by itself. It's racist that we continue to say, Happy Columbus Day. Here's a Columbus Day sale. Come on down to Lowe's and get you some clippers and some trimmers. Come on down to JCPenney's. Is JCPenney still open? Anyway, everybody does a Columbus Day sale. And you know, school,
the mattress firm.
Yeah, and the school teaches you how wonderful the Pilgrims were, even though they killed the natives. I mean, so the educational system itself, by definition, is racist, and we expect them meaning the institution, to teach us what really happened, and then we get mad when they don't. That is insane to me. It is insane that parents don't think it's their responsibility to educate their babies on sex education, their real history, finances. Like, this institution is not set up for you to beat it. It's created for you to conform and assimilate. And so I'm going to just read the critical race theory.
Race theory. Mm-hmm.
What Cuz say? He says, Columbus Day sale actually means free. I'm stealing they shit. Wouldn't that be something? Like, hey, what you doing? Hey, I got this trash bag. We going shopping today. What's a trash bag? It's Columbus Day. We get to take shit. Okay. So critical race theory, CRT, is an academic movement of civil rights scholars and activists in the United States who seek to critically examine the law as it intersects with issues of race and to challenge mainstream liberal approaches to racial justice. Critical race theory examines social, cultural, and legal issues as they relate to race and racism. Critical race theory originated in the mid-1970s in the writings of several American legal scholars, including Derek Bell, Alan Freeman, Kimberly Crenshaw, Richard Delgado, Cheryl Harris, Charles R. Lawrence III, Marie Matsuda, and Patricia J. Williams. It emerged as the movement in the 1980s, reworking theories of critical legal studies with more focus on race. Both critical race theory and critical legal studies are rooted. Why I get gas when I'm reading in theory and critical theory? I'm like, oh, baby, you got a little gas. Which argues that social problems are influenced and created more by social structures and cultural assumptions than by individual and psychological factors. Critical race theory is loosely unified by two common themes. First, that white supremacy, societal racism exists and mainstream powers through the law. Yeah, it does. And second, the transforming the relationship between law and racial power, and also achieving racial emancipation and anti-subordination more broadly are possible. Critics of critical race theory argue that it relies on social constructionism, alleviates storytelling over evidence and reason, rejects the concepts of truth and merit, and opposes liberalism. I don't know if you followed all that, but basically, you have these institutions. Like I saw this woman talking about, I'm not racist, but I don't want that taught in school. Why don't you want it taught in school?
Right.
Because it's more comfortable to look past it and just keep seeing the system, keep doing what it's designed to do, just so you can maintain a certain level of privilege. And like I say, there's all in this society, in this reality, you're always going to have a car salesman that sell you lemons. There's been crooked car salesmen before I was born, while I was a teenager, while I'm when I was an adolescent, now as a grown man. There's nothing that's going to stop crooked car salesmen from selling lemon cars. So with that being said, I can't be mad that they're here, that the crooked car salesmen are continuously, like there's an industry for selling jalopy cars. But what I can be disgusted and upset, frustrated, and disappointed in is that the people know that this person has historically sold you lemons and you continue to keep buying from him.
Mm-hmm.
At this point in 2021, there's no excuse. You can't say I didn't know, even though a lot of us don't know. But the reason why you don't know is because you don't want to know, because once you know, you have to do something different. I heard, what's that woman's name? Amanda Seal. She does this long rant that she just did where she's condemning Kamala Harris. This is the same air quote activist, celebrity activist, that did her damnedest to shame black people, that said, I know her record, I know his record, I know they ain't about nothing, so I'm not going to vote for either one of them. She condemned the people that use their common sense along with their critical analyst skills to say no. And if I'm going to participate, I'm probably going to go with the independent party because they actually had things specifically for black people. But now, after they're already in office, now she wants to critique her and criticize her. It's like, it's too late for that.
Right.
You can't buy a car, sign a contract, and then go back into the dealership like, you know what? I don't like this APR. We need to change this. I mean, you can go get it refinanced later, but you're not refinancing the government. Like when you this is what you asked for. And she told you who she was when she said she don't identify as black. And this is this goes out to all my Pearl and Chuck people who just wanted to be represented without looking into the backstory. You didn't want to hear nothing nobody said, but now the same woman goes on TV and say this country is not racist. What? But Obama said the same thing. And we allowed that. We was okay with that. But then in your own circles, your own private circles, as soon as somebody says racism don't exist, I know young people that listen to older people that will stand in your face and tell you racism doesn't exist. And then the mob of black folks will be like, what do you mean it don't exist? Well, your president said it don't exist. Both of them, the last one and this one. And your Chuck and Pearls. She said it's not racist. And y'all like, Fadoop, let's go talk about this over here. And you know, and that's the funny thing. Nobody's talking about it now. Like everybody condemned Ice Cube for Ice Cube saying, listen, if we're going to participate, we need something for our participation. That's all he said. We need something for our participation. Everybody else gets something for their participation. We need something for our participation. Ice Cube's trying to make money off Big 3. What? What do you mean? Now, if he would have mentioned the big three, I'd be like, well, let me look into that. But I'm listening to the brother. He never mentioned his league. He's specifically saying we need something for our participation. We never get anything for our participation. Everything that's painted for us is actually semantics and gets pushed elsewhere.
Yeah.
But I've gotten off topic. What I'm talking about is the critical race theory. And
I read up on that a long time ago. Like, and the founding fathers of that, and the Southern Baptist Convention, the founding fathers of that. So yeah, like and now it's like they've brought in more white faces, and they're trying to incorporate more liberals, as to speak, within their this league, or whatever they want to call it. Like, it's still the same thing. It's still the same thing. It's never gonna change.
There's no reason for it to change. There's no real resistance.
Yep, at all. It's not a lot of effort at all.
And the smaller
it's just
group,
like everything.
Yeah, the smaller group that's actually teaching the broader group what resistance actually is, versus this symbolic lack thereof is, and we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. It's like, hey, what are we doing here? What are we doing? But we're going to have a good Saturday nonetheless. That was just some things that I wanted to get off my chest, because as I go throughout my week, I'm seeing things, and I'm just looking around like, you see this? Look at this. Do you see this? And the people like, boy, boo, what are you talking about? Anyway, Portia done married such and such. What are we talking about? You're still having babies, and you're pushing them through the manufacturer and factory to go against everything you are. And you worried about Portia?
Baby, listen.
Portia. Somebody named after a car. What you doing later on? Man, we about to have this discussion about Portia. You hear me? We about to get down to the get down. I love when I get in my jive language. We about to get to the get down. You understand what I'm saying?
It's a for sure right on.
You let me get a few more grays in my beard. That's all I'm talking from here on out, from sun up to sundown. That's a for sure right on. Can you dig it, Jack? Shit, you understand what I'm saying?
You gonna be standing outside watering your grass with a polyester butterfly collar shirt on.
You dang on right. Talking about, hey, now, how y'all doing? All right. Hey, speaking of which, and we gonna get to the fun fact. I remember as a kid, one of our neighbors, Mr. Alex, love that family to death. What's up to the Hibblers? Love y'all, man. And Mr. Alex, he'd be sitting on the porch, and I'd be like, hey, Mr. Alex. And he'd be like, hey, baby, what's going on now? All right. And I'd be like, why is he calling me baby? That's kind of, I'm a man, even though I was a little boy. But now, as a man, if I see somebody, a comrade, a person I ain't seen in a long time, what's up, baby? How you doing? Come on over, you know. That jive is coming out, boy.
Listen, and you know what? That is, I see that more out of black men, like the older black men. Like with my older cousin not too long ago, and whenever he sees somebody, it's the slap, boom, chest. What's happening, baby? What's up? I was like,
man, I ain't seen you in 2 minute moons. You understand me?
I want to know where that came from. The whole man calling another man baby. What's up, baby? What's going on?
Hey, and you know who says it really good? Jada Kiss. Hey, what's happening, baby? I can't do a Jada Kiss, but
No,
But you know what that is? Here's what's so unique. There's so many different details that about us that is so unique. We have conversations, full-blown conversations without speaking English. Nobody knows what we talking about but us, and it's amazing.
It is. It's amazing.
Like
And
one
then
phrase
it's
can mean
constantly
a multitude of
evolving.
things.
Mm-hmm.
And then
And
so
I like,
your body
I was
language
gonna say,
constitutes
yeah,
what it is you're talking about.
everything, gestures, eyes, face with Black women is, it's easy that like you get anything, and we know what it is. We know what it is, and with the different generations, it changes. It
Yeah.
changes, but they, you know what?
If you stay
People, the
connected,
thing is
you
that,
adapt it. You adapt to it though.
yeah, you do, but it gets appropriated. Man, does it.
By the time it gets appropriated, we done with it anyway.
Yeah, but let me tell you, the Chinese do a good job of staying on top of things. That's one thing that I can say. White folks stay behind. White
Yeah.
people are still bumping Sir Mix-a-Lot and Chris Brown's Run It. Y'all can have that.
You know, when
But
you watch a commercial and they start using the word swag, you be like, really? We stopped using it 20 years ago, and with the new
they
swag,
still are saying bling bling. Yeah, they
come
still saying
on.
bling bling.
We've already moved on to
Listen,
something else.
we done with bling bling and Lil Wayne. Okay, we done with both of them. So
I still say
I don't
bling
understand.
bling. I still say bling bling.
Do
but
you?
Yes,
Stop it.
done
Stop
with
it.
Lil
I want
Wayne.
you to stop it.
I've been done with Lil Wayne since the Carter 2. But anyway, yeah.
But no, they have a thing now called AAVE, African American Vernacular something. I forget what the E stands for, but
And who
it's
created that?
a thing.
We don't need nobody knowing what we talking about.
But that's just it. That's what I mean when I say the appropriation, and the Asians do it well. It's a thing on TikTok, and the Asians that have the most views are the ones that actually appropriate our culture and our dialect and dialogue and all that stuff, where they mimic Black women a lot. Child,
And you know who's resharing that thinking it's cute? We are.
Black women. Yeah, Black women.
Look at him. This is so cute. Turn that shit off. There ain't nothing cute about that. Your culture is being sifted right from under your nose and then profited off of financially.
Yeah, and then the people who really do speak like that and use that vernacular and talk like that, like subconsciously, like naturally, are the ones that are falling behind. So the ones that are, listen, that's a whole other fun fact for another day in referencing TikTok. My kids brought it to me in regards to that. So
whenever you see these movies try to make fun of a Black man, they always make the person, the appropriating person, say, "What's up, brother? Shit, motherfucker." We all gotta be motherfucker. Like I don't say that word like that.
Yes, and Black women, the over exaggeration of Black women is just like, all Black women do not do this and this all the time. Grabbing that air and
how many comedians I see do joke like, "What are y'all pulling out the air?" Like, guys, can y'all just let one person have that joke? Why does everybody have to have that joke? But you know who does that though? Black men do that.
Do that?
Yeah, you always see us with a wig on, with a house coat on, doing one of these.
Oh,
numbers.
yes, yeah.
And I'm
like, with the slanted wigs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, bro,
that's been discussed, a topic of discussion as well.
Like, bro, this is social media is something else. But speaking about the slang, so I was talking to one of my younger cousins, cool and fan, and we was talking. I said something, and then he said, "Say less." I'm like, what? What you mean say less? Who you talking to, sucker? But then I realized that say less just means I agree with you. I was like, oh yeah, all right, I can do it. Yeah, I agree with me too.
See, that's the benefit. Listen, that's the benefit of having teenage kids.
Yeah.
Because they keep you up on that. And that my kids definitely, when they start that, well, say less.
Hey, the first time I heard a younger person said to me, I was like, where's my belt? Let me get my belt out. You gonna tell me to shut up. You don't
What
tell
you,
grown people to shut up.
So you telling me to be quiet, or so I don't know how I feel about that.
She says, her niece says say less all the time. Hey, you know, because I get it. But if I was to say that to any of my elders, like say one of my auntie, hey, Jamil, come on by here and cut the grass when you in town, I'd be like, say less. What? Who you think you talking to? I changed your diapers. Wait a minute. I'm saying I will. I agree. We on one accord, TT.
Say less. Listen. But I've actually started saying that too. That also comes along with being around him all the time.
Right.
Say less.
You at work, they talking about, Kiana, can you get this paperwork to say less? Excuse me? Yes, I'll bring that. I have that. Yes.
No, to them, I actually mean say less.
Say less.
you can
heard
say
what
less.
I said, didn't you? I said say less.
Right. I said what I meant, and I meant what I said, right?
Say it again, see what happened. Which that's funny too, because the conversations that you have in your head when you out in public, like I could be in a store or something, like at the gym or something, and somebody has a conversation that I want to hear. I'd be like, okay. Now my body language is telling them I don't want to have this conversation, but I'm trying to be cordial. But in my mind, it's like, shut up, goddammit. I mean, you want me to I'll choke the shit out of you? You keep talking.
Oh my gosh, boy. People could listen. I am one of those ones who drift off like in conversation. I'm definitely a Microsoft Works person. My Microsoft will start to shut down. So in the middle. Yes, in the middle of conversation. So my body will be there and yep.
But your mind just walked out the front door. Look at these flowers. These are nice. Should I water these?
It just shut. It did. It shut down. I'm thinking of a million other things right now.
I think the older I get,
and please don't stop.
The older
I was gonna say, please don't stop in the middle of the conversation and ask me what I think. So what you think?
Huh? What I think about? Shit, I'm gonna. But run that back one more time. I want to make sure I get my points right. Like, you wasn't listening to me. Because I call people out on that now because I be like, you wasn't listening. You wasn't listening.
You know.
Then I'm like, no, I was listening. No, you wasn't. I do the same thing, buddy. You weren't listening.
So you know how it is.
Right. But I'm going to repeat it because I need you to get this message, okay?
That's why our conversations work out really well. You know what I ain't paying no attention.
And you just stop talking like, so you're not listening. I swear, and the older I get, the more severe it gets. Because like I have so many things on my mind, and somebody be talking like, yeah, and then just the back end is like, man, what am I gonna eat later on? Okay, I can see that. Then you go back, word, yeah, man, fuck them, I feel you, yeah. You know what? I need to drop some more seed in my front yard. I got some grass I need to. Yeah, I could dig it. But have to do a book report or a summary after that. You'd be like, you know what? Let's talk about these talking points again. I want to make sure that I comprehend everything you say.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
I mean, you
really
inundated with so much stuff. But hey, before we get to your fun fact, though, we have to bring in one of the show's friend. You love this guy, I love this guy, and we're gonna bring him on. so he can give us some advice.
Oh my God.
We ain't had no advice lately. But the advice we about to get is about to be groundbreaking because it's summertime. And we about to get some love advice from Coach Willie Earl, especially going into this summer season, all right? Can I speak with Coach Willie Earl, please?
Man, you have found him, Jamil, man. He right here.
Coach Willie Earl, my guy. Oh, then he done hung up on me. Okay.
Whew. That's because you didn't get no warning.
She says, yep, I can always tell when somebody's checked out. Man, I be trying to hide that, though. I be trying to be covert with my stuff, but it clearly don't always work. Let's get Coach.
And
Now, I don't need you to support that last statement, Kiana. Just
I'm just saying. Listen, say less. I'm in agreement.
4, 3, 1.
Uh-oh. Coach is he just billed this month. We're gonna wait for him to call us back. But yeah, I try not to let so I got another cousin that I talk to, and when we talk, we just be going. And I go, like, I'll take the floor the first half, and then she take the floor the next half. Typically when we talk, it's like at night, and it goes into late night because of her hours. And man, we'll be talking. Then she start talking, and then all of a sudden you don't hear me no rebuttals from me. And then she'll say, "Are you asleep?" I'll be like, "Yeah, cuz I just tapped out. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to have to circle back on this."
Listen, it be people that call me and I don't know why they haven't learned this yet about me. Like they'll call me at like 9 o'clock at night.
You know, that's lock-in hours for anybody 40 and over.
My body officially begins shutdown mode at about 8:30, 9 o'clock. So 9 o'clock, you call me, just get ready for a lazy conversation. It's not gonna be what you want it to be.
Plus,
don't call me on no.
That's probably right after you ate dinner anyway.
Well, I try not to eat that late. What it is it's wind down time for me. That's after I done put the youngest of the tribe to sleep and I'm having me time. And then my me time comes down. So, yeah, listen. So at 9:30, you can expect the bare minimum out of me. But people, they try me, though. They really do. Oh, boy.
And I'm not even a phone person. I'm a text. And I'm going to see you in person. But when it comes to that phone, you watch.
Boy.
You're going to watch paint dry unless we have a specific conversation. Why do I have gas, baby? Come on now, baby.
Yeah, get it out. Get it out.
You can lift your arm up and pat your back.
Yeah.
Come on now, lift your hands up. All right. You know, we do stuff does that really make sense? Like, I'm sure it does, but does it? I don't know. Like,
I don't think so. I think I've asked Tamika about that before. So when you lift a baby's arm up, does it really help them?
Yeah, it's like by lifting the baby's arm up, you get to a special pocket of the gas. Like, you can't get to it unless that arm is lifted. All right, now you can get to it. Go on and pat. Yeah, up there it goes. There, you got it.
I don't know that.
How'd you know? We're gonna try, Coach, one more time. Maybe we can get. Let's see.
You gave me no warning this morning.
Coach.
Hello?
Coach,
Hello?
did your hogs cut your phone off, man?
Man, I don't. I'm out here in the country, Jamil. Sometimes, man, my Wi-Fi connection don't always be what I need.
Excuse me. Hold on. Yo, who? Yo,
yes,
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi. Jamil, I thought you were smart, man. You don't know how the technology works, man. Good gracious. This supposed to be your show. I'm the guest, and I got to educate you, man. It ain't just love advice I give. I got to give technology advice. The Wi-Fi, man. when I don't have to put the blue cord in my computer. I can just be on the Wi-Fi.
On the Wi-Fi.
Sometimes it just don't work the way I laid it to. Yeah, man.
Man, the Wi-Fi sound like a frisbee or something. Hey, throw me that Wi-Fi real quick. Just never mind.
Well, I don't think you can throw it, man, because you need it for the internet. You got to leave it right there, man. Right, you got to stay right there. You can't throw it.
You got to just stay in
Even
pocket.
when you get upset. You know, sometimes Miss Kiana gets me upset.
You're going to have to get her Wi-Fi shut down, and she'll treat you with some respect at that point. You know, that Wi-Fi is everything. Well, what advice you got for us today, Coach? First of all, I want to tell you, glad to see you. Glad to hear your voice, man. We missed you. And you're gonna bless the audience with some tangible love advice. Yeah, Coach, your Wi-Fi go out again? Yeah, that week. Yep, it was the Wi-Fi. Okay. She said, "Oh shoot, Kiana, he's back."
I can stop encouraging that. Listen. You know how you gotta stand still in hopes of an animal not seeing you. Like if I stand still and I get quiet, I don't breathe, they ain't gonna say nothing.
Well, listen,
works.
we're gonna go ahead and come to your fun fact while we wait for Coach to get his Wi-Fi together. So if you got your stuff ready.
Yeah.
Okie dokie, let's go on and cue the sound.
That is a fun fact. Want to hear a fun fact? It's like a fun fact.
Another fun fact.
Here's a fun fact. Or not so fun fact. Or
Here's another not so fun fact.
Not so much fun anymore, is it?
All right. So, I want to touch on a subject that was brought up to me actually by Jamil. And when he said something, we were having a conversation, and he brought up that of the Negro Project. It was something new to me. However, the person in which he was referencing is not a new name to the injustice scene and everything else, the suffrage movement and everything. So it is that of Margaret Sanger. Yes, those of you might know who Margaret Sanger is. She is the queen of Planned Parenthood is who she is. So not only is she the queen of Planned Parenthood, she's also an activist in the eugenics scene, and also was pretty tight with Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Susan B. Anthony, those in the women's suffrage movement who nowadays I hear a lot of Black women hail that and put those two movements together, and that of the feminism movement, which to me is just a modern day women's suffrage movement. But there again, it's another topic for another time. However, I want to talk to you about the Negro Project. This was a project that was brought to the surface in the 1930s by Margaret Sanger in reference to it was by way of a proposal to incorporate the birth control to poor Southern communities, and it's a conversation now that is torn when it really shouldn't be, but it's torn, and you have a lot of white folks that are just like, well, no, that's not what she meant by the Negro Project. It was actually meant to help save it.
Manipulation.
So, precisely. It was Oscar award-winning performance on her behalf is what it was. So let me go on to talk about this.
Go ahead, my bad.
Okay. So as a result of the National Emergency Council's 1938 report on the economic conditions of the South, a report which cited the region as the nation's primary economic concern, national attention shifted toward fixing issues of Southern poverty. Birth control activists, including Margaret Sanger, believed that one way to combat Southern poverty was through increased access to birth control, and Sanger aimed to tackle Southern poverty by addressing Black Southern poverty in particular. In the proposal of the Negro Project, Sanger delineated two essential components, that of educational outreach and that of clinical access. In order to facilitate educational outreach, Sanger believed it was imperative to recruit the aid of Black ministers and physicians. Sanger noted that their primary responsibility would be to tour the South, dispelling misconceptions about birth control and promoting the use of future clinical resources. Additionally, being aware of the general distrust that existed between Black patients and white doctors, Sanger believed that their involvement in outreach would be instrumental in ensuring continued use of the clinical resources. According to Sanger, then only after a successful educational campaign should Black operated birth control clinics be established and open for use. Now, this is the excerpt and what all the white people use to further say, okay, this is their argument as to why she is being a hero, so to speak, as opposed to anything else. But all of that might have been all well, except for the fact that before she even got into this, she was heavy into the eugenics movement. And to prove that, so this is her creed in her eugenics. She gave a speech called My Way to Peace in 1932. So this is what the centerpiece of this involves, which is that of a vigorous state of compulsory sterilization and segregation. Okay, so the first class of persons, so this is her view on the eugenics. So the first class of persons targeted for sterilization is made up of people with mental or physical disability. The first step would be to control the intake and output on morons, mental defectives, and epileptics. A much larger class of undesirables will be forced to choose either sterilization or placement in state work camps. The second step will be to take an inventory of the second group, such as illiterates, paupers, unemployables, criminals, prostitutes, dope fiends, classify them in special departments under government medical protection, and segregate them on farms and open spaces. Those segregated in these camps could return to mainstream society if they underwent sterilization and demonstrated good behavior. Sanger estimates that 15 million to 20 million Americans would be targeted in this regime of forced sterilization and concentration camps. In Sanger, the humanitarian dream of a world without poverty and illness has deteriorated into a coercive world where the poor, the disabled, and the addicted simply disappear. So, another example. This was found in the April 1923 New York Times article. I was merely thinking of the poor mothers of congested districts of the East Side who had so poignantly begged me for relief in order that the children they had already brought into the world might have a choice to grow into strong and stalwart Americans. Birth control is not contraception indiscriminately and thoughtlessly practiced. It means the release and cultivation of the better racial elements in our society and the gradual suppression, elimination, and eventual extirpation of defective stocks, those human weeds which threaten the blooming of the finest flowers of American civilization. So all of this, in addition to a letter that she wrote to Dr. Clarence Gamble of Procter and Gamble, December 10th, 1939, she explained the nature of her organization's outreach to the African American community. The most successful educational approach to the Negro is through a religious appeal. We don't want the word to get out that we want to exterminate the Negro population, and the minister is the man who can straighten out the idea if it ever occurs to any of their most rebellious members. She also even presented all of this at the sterilization point of view to at a Ku Klux Klan rally in 1926 in Silver Lake, New Jersey, and wrote about how marvelous that experience was. So the argument that people are putting out that this woman did great things, and they also use, such Black leaders as W.E.B. Du Bois, Adam Clayton Powell Jr., and even Martin Luther King gave her props as well. But the thing is I'm sure that all of this information was probably well hidden then. And now you could, I actually have copies of these letters. And the excerpt that I read to you was from the second page of that letter. It was a 3-page letter to Dr. C.J. Gamble. And what they try to say is that the BCFA, birth control federation, whatever agency, whatever it is, hijacked her movement and ended up using her movement to further along the agenda to exterminate Black folks, and they set up a hub at Fisk University. So they're putting all of that on the BCFA, but I just, with her background, I highly doubt it. And the historical facts that they've always, the white women are just as conniving as black men, as white men are. So if not more, and have always been the center front of a lot of damaging things that have happened to us as well.
And what's telling? What's telling is that these institutions will say, we're just trying to make things better. I mean, Bill Gates kind of mimics the same stuff she says today. And his father was, a teammate of Margaret Sanger. So, of course, he's going to say the same thing. And then he's going to hide behind, well, this is going to help this, that, and third. But it's ironic, and I don't know if irony is the even word to use, that these institutions that these people are mascots for, they don't care about fixing the problem that creates the drug addict, the criminal, all of these things. And then when you listen to educational pieces back then, like Darwin said that Black people were genetically inferior. And so you can just I'm listening to all the attributes that she's saying. Technically, based off of the education that was being disseminated, you can just say, well, Black people fit all of these derogatory remarks because they're inferior due to their genetics. And there's not a point in history or current times where any of that was ever acknowledged that, yes, this institution was this. Like they'll say, well, we know that you guys don't trust the healthcare system and you have good reasons, but now you should trust us. I'm like, you won't even address why we don't trust y'all.
Right.
Because you can,
Right.
the reason why we don't trust you from historical point of view is happening right now. Now you have a lot of Negroes that are miseducated, which, hold on a second, are miseducated. And because they're miseducated, they follow the the okie doke stuff, and they refuse to listen to anything that comes from someone that looks like them, because in their minds, we are inferior. We don't know what we talk about, even though we study great scholars like Carter G. Woodson. And this is another book that everybody should have in their household.
That's like 101.
That's 101, the miseducation of the Negro. You have been miseducated, undereducated, and just outright not educated, period, on, pivotal pieces of information that one needs to know in order to, be able to be, be able to be in the game. Like, we not even in the game. We on the sidelines. But anyway, that's something. And I had posted, when I post things on my social media, so you can tell, and I'm not saying I know everything, and I'm not saying that I've never been wrong, but you can tell when people don't know what they think they know based off of how they respond to certain pieces of information. And then what's telling is how arrogant they are with their ignorance. Mm-hmm. They're arrogant within their ignorance. And I'm like, you can do a quick Google search. Like, certain topics, you don't even have to hit the Google. There's some books, and there's just certain things that's like, bloop, 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 bloop. This is what it is. They be like,
it's right
no,
there.
and such and such and such and such, and like, okay, conversation's over. Let's go ahead. Ejection, fellas.
Mm-hmm. That's like, so I turned down a whole art project. So it was like, I was sent a request to be a part of Indiana's art. They were doing Women's Month and celebrating the women's suffrage movement. So this year we want to focus on the women's suffrage movement, and we're calling, artists of all ethnicities. We want to be inclusive. I was like, yeah. So yeah, no, I'm like, and I actually put together, I had a piece, I just randomly put it on there, but I put it on there just because you had to apply and send your artwork in there. Like, even though they request you, they still want samples of your artwork. So I sent them a sample of my artwork, but it was just a random piece only for me to be able to put in the description me declining to be a part of this, and to let y'all know why it is that I'm declining. Y'all clearly don't know what it is. Like, y'all asking for, because they were asking for a lot of Black women.
No, they know what it is. They just know y'all. A lot of y'all don't know what it is.
Well, they had the right one that day.
You got the right one, baby.
Yes, and they sent me a letter back, declining my artwork, and that it didn't fit the standards of what they were looking for the show. And I was like, that is to be expected. I was looking for that. However, I hope y'all read what the description was. Like, it's just, yeah, they did. And I was just like, no, this is, and I know so many artists that are, took that and were a part of that, and were happy to do so when they won.
Mm-hmm. That's why actual history is so important. Anytime I come across a Black woman that says she's a feminist, I'm like, do you know about the women's suffrage movement? Like, do you know what that was about. It had nothing to do with you. You were played. You were used for your numbers. And you're still being played and used by your numbers.
And that whole movement, that is just I tell you, man, they just all they do is just reword the stuff different. They take different they take the same movement and then they put a whole other name on it.
Another outfit.
And then a whole other outfit, and then they put black faces in that thing, and then it becomes a whole inclusive, diverse. We have minorities, we have the underserved representation, we like all of that, and behind the scenes is nothing more than what it was all those several years ago, just with another name.
And so it's easy to get around all that when you don't teach critical race theory. Because when you don't teach critical race theory, you leave the new generations, you leave them in a gray area where they've never, I guarantee you, go out and have conversations today, and less than 1% of men and women are going to know what that is. So that's the danger in not knowing history. Now, again, you can't expect institutions that have been around and that were created during chattel slavery that have never been corrected, never have been erased, and other things created in its place to illustrate that, hey, we ain't on this no more. Because that's never happened, you can't expect a salesman that has been selling jalopies to finally, you know what? I got a fresh stock of Hyundais. These cars actually have engines in it, I promise. And I'm going to sell it to you. You get first dibs. He's not going to do that. And you would be a fool to expect him to. So on that note, we are running over a little bit. Let me see if we can get Coach on one more time. And then we're going to let y'all get you to y'all weekends. Because Indianapolis has sunshine. And it's never sunny in Indianapolis. They tell me. I'm just playing.
Hello,
Coach, we got you again, man. Before them towers go out again in the country, let's just go ahead and get to the your love advice.
well, Jamil, something just happened here, man, and I was gonna go one direction, but I think that the love gods have pointed it out. I want to talk about connection.
Connection. Come on, somebody.
Connection is very important in a relationship, right? Because I think connection, or a better word might be chemistry, right? But we're gonna go with connection because my internet's just been acting funny, okay? Connection is important because I think that's the only thing you can't teach, Jamil.
Yeah.
You can't teach connection. Now you can teach communication. And you can possibly figure out that compatibility piece. But I'm trying to tell you, connection is so important. Like, see, me and Miss Kiana, see, the problem is, like, I was infatuated with the Troy Polamalu lady. I'm trying to tell you, I was infatuated. But see, we don't have the strongest connection because we don't be on the same page about a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I made a lot of sacrifices for her, and she didn't appreciate them. You know what I'm saying? But it's not her fault, right? Because we just don't have the right connection. A lot of people, what old people say, you're trying to put a round peg in a square hole, man. That's what's wrong with a lot of people, man. You got to make sure you and your partner connect on multiple levels, okay? You got to connect on an intellectual level, okay? That's another reason why me and Miss Tiana didn't work out. She's too smart for me, man. She's too smart. Okay? I'm still drawing up football plays in the dirt and the sand. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's too smart for me, okay? You got to connect on an intellectual level. You got to connect on a financial level. Very important to connect on a financial level, okay? You can't have a White Castle budget and she got filet mignon budget. That's not going to work, Jamil. It ain't going to work, okay? Okay, you got to intellectually, financially, and you got to connect romantically. You know what I'm saying? my idea of a great night, Jamil, is having Jim Brown highlights playing on the radio while I sit back by the fire and drink moonshine and listen to my hogs. That's my idea of a romantic. Miss Kiana, she did not. That was not her idea. You know what I'm saying? So the connection piece. I had pause. I called time out, and I had to really analyze this thing. And I realized that you got to have a strong connection. In other words, chemistry. You got to have that. That is now. It can't be the only thing, right? Because there's a lot of people got good chemistry and they ain't got no compatibility. A pastor and a prostitute might have good chemistry. They just might not have very good compatibility. You know what I'm saying? But communication, connection, and chemistry is overly important. So as you go into the summertime, make sure you find somebody that you can connect with on multiple levels. This is very important.
Mm-hmm.
If he likes football and you like basketball, it might not be a good connection. You got to work on your. I'm trying to tell you, man.
I hear you,
because
Coach.
that's why I'm connected to the hog, man. I'm connected to it because with the hog, you can make so many things. You can have tenderloin, you can have bacon, you can have pork loins, you can have pork chops,
and you can have it as a pet. Look at that versatility.
You can have it as a connection, man. So that's I'm trying. Well, never mind. I didn't want to say there's any bestiality going on. I'm just saying I'm connected. The hog and I are one, is what I'm saying. You got to be very important. Now, sometimes there's comedians start to go left and be like, wait a minute, I don't want it.
This is a family-friendly show. What's going on here, Coach? I mean, we may cuss a little bit, but you're going way. You exited the highway.
I'm just saying, I understand the hog and the hog understands me. That's all I'm saying. We got a connection.
I'm going to tell you what, though, Coach. Me, you, and Kiana, we gonna huddle up because I need this to work. Y'all compliment each other. You want to listen to Jim Brown, and she wants to skate. I think she can skate around the house while you watch Jim Brown highlights. I think that's a thing that can be accomplished. What you think about that,
That's
Kiana?
what you need. Listen, I can get the floors together for you, darling. But we can take the carpet up today. You know what I'm saying? And put some. What you need, some tile or something smooth where you skate on around,
That's it.
You won't even need no stopper on your skates. It'll just be perfectly safe. We'll put little bumpers and stuff up around the house. You'll be just fine. See, Jamil, I'm willing to compromise. You see? I got rid of all the chickens. The only hogs I got are just pets. They're not even for eating. They're just pets.
See, we gonna huddle up. We gonna get y'all together.
Their oinking wakes me up in the morning. That's how I know when it's time to wake up. I eat them from my pets, but I done got religion.
That's an organic alarm clock right there, Coach.
Man, organic. If I don't charge my phone up at night, I don't have to worry about it because the kids don't get me together. 5:57 every morning. They wake up, no matter sunlight or dark time. They 5:57 a.m. The hogs wake up every day. Same time to me.
And you know what? You can turn one of them hogs vegan and gift it to Kiana for her birthday that's coming up in July. Is it July 4th, Kiana? Was it July 3rd?
Yes.
Yeah, you see, we going to get you a hog together. Come on, somebody.
I don't know.
But she should be friends with the hogs because the hogs are vegan. All they eat is grass.
See?
They could be best friends.
I don't want.
But what do you want for your birthday? What do you want? Let's talk about what do you want.
What do you want for your birthday?
Let's not talk about what you don't want. Let's talk about what you do want.
Stay positive. What do you want?
A trip.
Boom. There you go, Coach.
A trip?
A trip to the farm.
A trip.
No, listen, I own some properties. I own some various properties. I own some properties in Montana. I own some properties in the Dakotas. I own some properties in Wyoming. A trip. That's all you had to say. I can gas up the pickup truck right now.
You know what Kiana said? You know what her body language just said, Coach? She said,
what's that?
Say less. I'm there.
Oh.
Come on, somebody. Look at that callback. Come on.
Yeah.
I still got it.
Yes. Man, you mean I think I was coming on here to give the love advice. I needed you. I needed you to help us see our way, man.
Come on, you need an unbiased mediator. That's it. We gonna get you together now. We
want to skate
huddling
and
up.
she want to go on trips, man. That's easy, man.
Kiana, that's all you had to say. See, communication. Come on, somebody.
If your connection is right, you communicate.
Yep. She want to go to the. You got strawberry patches. That's right up her
Man,
alley.
strawberries, do I? Man. Got strawberries, got strawberry ice cream, got strawberry scented candles. I got all the strawberries. What more do she want?
You just signed the deal right there, Coach. That's it.
Man,
Y'all back on one accord.
Man, back reunited, and it feels so good. That's what I'm talking about.
And it feels so good. Come on.
You just gotta embrace the love, Miss Tiana. It's all right.
It's all right. See, sometimes we have a hard time accepting love. You know what I'm saying? Especially those of us that give a lot of it. It's hard sometimes, but you know, what do you do to ice? You warm it up. And what happens to that ice? It melts away. Kiana is not. She's not going to be a Marion for too much longer, Coach. She don't. Her heart is not going to continue to be an icebox. As long as you keep being the man that you were brought here to be, Coach. Listen, I'm going to be the person that marries y'all. Okay.
Man, that'd be fantastic, man.
And I'm gonna make sure she got her Troy Palu Malu glistening and soft and manageable.
Oh man!
But when you lift that veil,
I just see it. I just can see it, man. I can see it, man. And we don't need ring bearers. We don't even need no ring bearers. We can just have the hogs come down the aisle and just attach the rings to their collars.
You don't even need rings no more. We don't even need rings. We can.
Who said that? It is. You know what? Our time has run its over.
We can get. I'll gift y'all some solar sidewalk lights for the farm.
Man, Jamil, I listen. There was something about you. I knew you were all right, man. I knew it, man. I knew you were all right. I knew it without a shadow of a doubt. I knew you were all right.
Hey, man.
And I appreciate you.
Real quick though, before we get you out of here, I want to say congratulations on releasing your new song, man. It's a beautiful song.
I appreciate that.
We gonna play it next week. I didn't have it geared up today. We gonna play it next week for the listeners. It's called Ride, and you can download that, listen to it, stream it on all digital platforms. It's by Ty Dixon. Ride, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful song. Coach.
Yes, sir.
Hit us with your slogan, my brother.
Y'all know my slogan. Be good.
Oh,
next time y'all have a conversation, include me in the conversation about me.
We ain't had to do that right then. We had to get you. We had to huddle up. Me and Coach had to huddle up. So, Kiana. You got any last words for the people? I mean, we've fed them. Or do you have any words for Coach?
No, I don't have any words for Coach. Not just enjoy one another this weekend. This beautiful weekend, and love on your loved ones.
That's right. Love on your loved ones. Love yourself. As Coach said, you know his slogan. He said, be good. Y'all be good. Be safe. And that has been the Jamil Harley Morning Show.
You are now listening to the Jamil Harley Morning Show.